Hi, I'm Mike at OCD Lawn Care. We're going to teach you some stuff here, a cheap way of fixing dry patch. We've got the silvering of the lawn, and then right beside that we've got green grass. That is hydrophobic and compaction. We need to fix that. We're going to fix it on a cheap scale. We have mini dash hounds, so I don't want to put the wetting agent because it's a bit of an irritant. If I'm honest, if it's harmful to you, it's harmful to dog's paws. So we're going to do a cheap fix, and it's a great tip. If you know, money's tight, you can do this. So follow what we're doing now. We're going to mow the old donkey, and then we'll fix this dry patch, you know, these hot spots. And what is a hot spot or not? Not a good spot. Michael Barrymore once said that, and his swimming pool is a hot spot, and that's not a good spot. So let's go. That's the old donkey mode. It's 12 years old. It's a new build. 12 years ago, I never did anything to it other than overseed and spring renovations like you've seen me do. Loads of leaf hoppers, which means I've got a nitrogen rich lawn. If you've got leaf hoppers, as you kick the lawn and they fly up, you're nitrogen rich, so be mindful about that. We're going to fix what Daniel Hubert says, the Brillo pad effect. It's actually a good analogy of it. You see the silvering of the lawn in this area and down in these areas in the shade. We're okay because we've got the shade from the house. So we're going to use Johnson's baby shampoo, No More Tears, because it's friendly on the soil. It's a cheap way of doing it. So we're going to show you how to do it on the cheap rather than putting expensive wetting agents. And they are expensive, but it's all relative. If you can't afford it, do this process. This will help you. So, and also you're watering it in at the same time, so you're treating the actual patch. You know, it's more specific rather than blanket spraying, and then you got a blanket water. Yeah, so it's a cheaper option. It's like patch repair on the Brillo pad effect, the silvering of the lawn. So let's get the hose out and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so this area here is all silver and along the fence line. So I've got my Johnson's baby shampoo. Put this in. This won't ruin your soil biology. Do not use fairy liquid. That will ruin the soil biology. No More Tears, good for babies. It's okay for your lawn if you can't afford a wetting agent, and it's fine for treating areas, spot areas. So on here, these are £10 from Amazon. Well worth getting. I've got to turn it on. I have a water supply now. Fantastic. I've got dog weed patches. I'm not worried about them. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a dog lawn, and it's a test zone as well. So if we look here, when I'm putting water out, nothing's fizzing. I turn the dial until that starts to fizz, just gently, and very gently until it clicks and fizzes. Very gentle. You can hear it. Now it's fizzing. So little bit more. So now we're putting out Johnson's baby shampoo. If we're looking to the turf, we can see the Brillo pad effect, the dryness of those areas. So we need to get our soap in there, and we can wash those as well. So it's fizzing in here. Just spray it out on the hot spots. Okay. You're washing the soil. Look. There you go. So if you do it at intensity like that, you're washing it. Because right over here, it reads 50% moisture. Over here, 0. So you need to fix that. Okay, so it's gone clear. We need more product in there. So even on one click, just fizzing, is quite a lot of soap. So what we want to do, wash the dog wee, and then just spray the soap out. Monitoring that this is still cloudy, so it's putting soap out. If you're unsure, put it to the ground. If it foams, you're still putting soap out. Oh my God. That wasn't meant to happen, was it? Fucking hell. Can you believe that? It just popped it all out. Oh, fuck. You can see on my hand there how much soap's being put out. So you need to just flick it, because you're going to water it in after. If you put a wetting agent out in this heat, you need to water your lawn heavily before you do that, because you're just wasting your money. Do not put a wetting agent out unless you've watered, and then you've got to water it in. Okay, so that is all those areas that have soap in. No more soap coming out. It's clear. So I'm going to turn it to water, and I have higher pressure now because I'm not going through here. So look at, so now I'm going to water that in. Those areas have been treated, and along here has been treated. Now we have the gun on full water, so we have lots of pressure. Look, nice. So now we can water in that soap, although it has been watered in, but I want you to see that it will fizz up. See that? You see the soap? And in the areas where there's more soap, so let me show you, just for the purpose of this video. So you can see it soaping up, yeah? You see that? So that will take on the water now. So I need to not squirt it directly in like that. I'm just doing that to show you that the soap is in there. Okay, so that area that looked bad and was silvering and laying down every footprint looks better already. So what we do, that probe was reading about 1 out of 10. So we're going to get the drink in, push it down, and it's not running off. It's going directly into the soil. There's clay soil here. So that has worked its magic. I don't think the leaf hoppers like the soap either. So that's a win-win. Bit of a pain having the hand water, but I don't need to water up there. It's reading 7 out of 10, 70% moisture. It's absolutely fine. Wasp. What is the point of wasps? Look, won't leave me alone, fucking thing. There you go. There you go, I just drowned a wasp for all you Karens. Absolutely pointless insect. Can't be bothered with it. Wouldn't leave me alone, now it's dead. The plan is with this lawn, is I've got my NV product made up in the knapsack. So what I'm going to do is, under floodlight, I'm going to apply the NV product. And there you go, well, why are you doing it at dusk? Because I have to, because I'll burn the lawn. There's a little bit of iron, 2 grams per square metre. my nitrogen. Go away, wasp. That's a big wasp, look. Sorry, you have to drown. Too big for me, mate. That's a hornet. That's Jim. Yeah. He loves that, look. There you go. That'll teach you for trying to drink my beers in the past. Right, so forget the wasp, we've moved on from that. So yeah, we've got all the Johnson & Johnsons along there. We're gonna put the oscillator over. Don't need to do down there because the probe says it's good. So what I'll do is I'll oscillate over there and down this area here. Then I'll put the NV feed out, which will be on the end of this video. And then in a week's time, I'll show you the results. Good or bad, I'll show you. Did it work? So the NV product I put out, I call it NV because it's nitrogen and variance. It's everything in one knapsack. Everything a lawn needs in one application. We'll see how that fares, because this has the Boston Seed Summer Slow Release Granules, OCD 10 for getting your 10% off. OCD 10 code if you want 10% off them granules. I recommend you put slow release granules in your lawn for sure. Every lawn, when you water it, it looks lovely because you're just wetting the leaf and it green up naturally. But we want to get it into the soil. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I've sprayed all of the dog weed burns, so they've been shampooed and washed. We've washed the soil, hopefully push that nitrogen beyond the root zone, maybe they'll recover. I want to leave it as a test because I keep hooking it out over here. I'm going to leave these ones in and they're heavily washed and see if they recover. They might not, but if you don't try these things, you never know. So this was reading 1. Let's see if we got any moisture in there. And I don't mean at the top, have we got moisture down below? Okay, so this was bone dry. Couldn't get water into here, not into the canopy. It was running off, and that's why this grass is lush, because this is hydrophobic, probably compacted as well. But what can you do with clay soil? So let's see what we got off the chart. Right, let's get us off the spot. Look at that. That is 7 out of 10 from a 1 out of 10. So it's good. Over here, look at that. It's a whopping 7 out of 10. And it was on 1, guys. I'm not lying to you. It was on 1. So this whole area was hydrophobic, and over here, you can still see it. Still see it's thirsty for water, but it's just been treated with a shampoo. So I'm gonna wait for my oscillator off Amazon, put the oscillator, wet the lawn up a little bit more because it's hand watered. Okay, so the oscillator's on, and that's gonna water the shampoo in a bit more than I could do manually, but we know we're at 70%, so that's good. So we're getting ready for the NV foliage feed. I bought a Gardena oscillator. I used to buy hose lock, but I didn't like the way they drilled the bars. You'd all of a sudden get one skew width, and you didn't get a uniform spray pattern like that. Can you see? Okay, it's the morning after. The nighttime spraying, that was actually done at 10:30, 11:15. Them knapsacks are noisy at that time of night, so thank you to my neighbours. We've actually fixed it. The water's gone in, and now if we, have a look across the canopy, you'll see it's still glistening. I need to water the lawn just flick that iron and nitrogen off the surface of the leaf, because spraying at night, I burnt a little patch here. And if you have a look, it'll come back, it's no stress, but I did burn a little patch there. So spraying at night is tricky. So this is a dry patch. We can see it still looks dry there, right? But the plant's got to recover. So let's have a look at the probe, stick it in the dry patch, which would never take on water. So we put the probe in and look at that. A whopping 10 out of 10. So that is fixed and it's taking on water. So cheap trick, Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo, no more tears, not fairy liquid, because that's got different stuff in it. No more tears is kind to babies and it's kind to your grass. So we go over here as well, the dry patch over here, put the probe in, and we're on a 9 out of 10. So we've actually fixed it, I can't believe it. So I am going to water now. Obviously I don't need to water, but I need to get the iron and the nitrogen off the leaf into the soil now. It's done its job. Have a massive green up from the NV. So let's just quick hyperlapse of flicking that. I will give this area a bit more water because it is dry patch and it's in recovery. So let's go. Okay, so that's most of the lawn watered. Just flick the leaf off, cool it down, ready for the full sun it's going to get. Remember, if you have sprayed iron the night before, don't walk on your slabs like my son just did. So let's show you. We know there's enough moisture in here, but it doesn't pull anymore. So if you have a look down here, it is just going straight into the soil, so the water's going where I want it. So that is how you fix dry patch and hot spots. It's not going to be fixed in a day, but if you just give that a flick every day, just keep that moisture in those areas. You don't need to do your whole lawn, do the probe. I'm not a water conservationist. How the fuck do you say that word? Right. I'm not one of those people that's going to strap myself to a tree to save the tree, and I pay for my water, I'll use it. So I'm not one of those, but I like applying water in the right places. And if you've got that, you will never get the water in, and the lawn will look rubbish. And you go, well, what's wrong with that bit? Fix it. Just fix it. So yeah, really deep into there, and it's absolutely fine. Won't pull, can't get it to pull. Just takes all the water in. Look at that, no runoff whatsoever. So I have fixed it. I'm really happy. That will recover along down there. Don't know about the dogweed patches. Time will tell. Okay, so sorry it was a long video, but it's a tutorial, and if you've watched it to this point, you've actually learnt something, and you won't have that problem moving forward, whether you use a wetting agent or the shampoo. It's good for my dogs, yeah, because the wetting agent can be a skin irritant. If it's a skin irritant to me, it might be for their paws, I'd say. So it's just a safer option for me. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share it. Show other people when they got this problem. Maybe watch this video, right? So sorry about the 2 wasps that died in this film, but I'm allergic to them, so it was either them or me, and I've got more lawns to do. So I'll see you at the next one.